In this video, I'm going to show you the essential tool that you will need as an editor, audio fading in DaVinci Resolve. Let's be better editors together. Let's jump into DaVinci Resolve. We have a very basic timeline here. And before we start, make sure you have some audio clips that we can play around with and start adding audio dissolves to, or audio fades, crossfades, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to zoom into the timeline so you can see better what I'm doing. I'm going to start up here in the beginning, go to my effects. We have video transitions and we have audio transitions, and I'm going to take my crossfade. I'll just drop it onto the clip that I need to fade up. You can see it shows a tiny little icon here. I'll drop it and let me just zoom a bit more into the timeline so you can see what it has done. All right, so if I want my audio fade to be longer, I can just grab it at the end and pull it until I'm satisfied. So now I have a long, smooth audio fade or cross dissolve, whatever you want to call it. Let's take a look at how to put an effect at the end of a clip. I'll zoom out, find another clip, let's take this sound effect, zoom in, and at this one we can actually drop an effect at the beginning and at the end so you can see how it works. I'll grab my effect, drop it. When I see the icon on the clip, do the same thing again, and I'll just drop it at the end. So this is how I can fade out the music or dialogue or effect at the end. And this is how I can fade it in at the beginning. That's how easy it is. But there's even a quicker way to do it in DaVinci Resolve right in your timeline. Now that I zoomed a bit into the timeline, you can actually see two dots popping up here on the clip. So what you can do is, when it shows a tiny arrow, you can pull it and it'll work as a fade and as a fade out. When you're satisfied with how quickly or slowly you want the dissolve or the fade in to be, you can do an extra adjustment here in the timeline by pulling this extra dot up and down. So this will ease it a bit more in. It'll have a slow start and then abruptly go louder, or you can start it with a bang. But play around with it until you're satisfied. The same thing we can do when we want to end the clip. By the way, if you want to be a faster editor, use the shortcuts. I made it easy for you. I took 40 shortcuts and made it into a PDF that you can download in the description. But why should you use cross dissolve to do your audio fades? Well, cross dissolve works really well when you have a dialogue between two clips. And here I have a really bad music cut. If I just mute these two clips, you can hear it. And to smoothen out this audio clip that I made because I wanted the music to be shorter, I can actually take my cross dissolve and drag it in between these two clips. And I'll zoom in a bit more. I can grab it and make it longer, and then we can have a quick listen to it again. By using the cross dissolve, you can hide your edit. And the reason why I have these sound effects here is to hide it a bit more. I'll just play it back for you here. So that's how you add audio fades in your DaVinci Resolve timeline, and using crossfades to fade up or down on your clips. These were the essential skills. But if you want to know more advanced techniques of how to edit your audio, like shortening your music or extending your music, then we'll be needing to dive into the Fairlight page, which has the music icon down here. And then we can start talking about docking music under your dialogue. We can use the audio tempo feature to loop the music, extending the music, or we can use it to edit to the beat. And it's also on the Fairlight page that we'll be using an effect like normalize to get our sequence ready for broadcast or YouTube. Do you want to be a faster editor? Remember to use the shortcuts. I made it easy for you. There's a PDF that you can download in the description. I hope you found this video helpful. Give it a thumbs up. Please comment if you want a video on more advanced techniques to do audio editing or music editing. Let's be better editors together.